Part 6. Seek Inner Wisdom. Hey there, my beautiful souls. Today we're diving into something that's absolutely crucial on your spiritual journey. Seeking inner wisdom. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Inner wisdom? Sounds a bit woo-woo. But stick with me, because this is where things get really exciting. Remember when Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you"? He wasn't talking about some far-off place in the clouds. He was pointing to the incredible wellspring of wisdom that exists right inside each and every one of us. It's like we've got this inner GPS for our spiritual journey. But most of the time, we're too busy looking at everyone else's map to notice it. Now, don't get me wrong. Books, teachers, and spiritual practices are all fantastic tools, but they're just that, tools. The real magic happens when we learn to tune into that still, small voice within. It's that gut feeling, that intuitive nudge, that moment of clarity that comes when we're quiet enough to listen. But here's the thing, seeking inner wisdom isn't about waiting for some booming voice from the heavens to tell you what to do. It's about cultivating a relationship with your deepest self. It's about learning to trust your intuition, even when it doesn't make logical sense. So how do we do this? Well, it starts with creating space for silence and reflection in our lives. Maybe it's through meditation, or prayer, or just taking a quiet walk in nature. The key is to quiet the constant chatter of our minds so we can hear what our hearts are trying to tell us. Here's a challenge for you. This week, set aside 10 minutes each day for quiet reflection. You might want to start by asking yourself a question you've been wrestling with. Then, instead of trying to figure it out with your mind, just sit quietly and see what arises. You might be surprised at the insights that bubble up when you give them space to emerge. Remember, seeking inner wisdom isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about being willing to listen, to trust, and to follow that inner guidance, even when it leads you off the beaten path. Are you ready to tune into your inner wisdom? Are you ready to trust that still small voice within? Because let me tell you, my friends, when you start aligning with that inner guidance, that's when the real adventure begins. That's when you start living a life that's authentically, beautifully, uniquely yours. So let's get quiet, let's get curious, and let's start listening to the wisdom that's been within us all along. Trust me, it's got some pretty amazing things to say.